Okay, yes, good morning, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. For my subscribers, I really appreciate for following. I really appreciate you for subscribing, for liking my videos, for making comments about my videos. For those who have reached out, thank you so much for the encouragement, for the word of advice. Thank you. I really appreciate. And for those of you who are yet to subscribe, you're just viewing, just click on the subscribe button, and you start getting updates from our videos as they start dropping, guys. So today I'm going to be talking about Qatar and Albania. So now, just like we have the freelance visa for Oman, we also have the freelance visa for Qatar as well. The advantage of Qatar's own is like 5 years, so it's more wide. The period, the years is longer than Oman, which is 2 years. So Qatar 5 years freelance visa it also comes. We can call it a resident visa for 5 years. You can work with the visa. You can open an account with the visa. You can also travel from Qatar. You can apply for visas. With the resident card, there are some countries you can go with little documentations that you get visa on arrival. Yes, as well. So I'm not talking about that because many people are not. Will start questioning about that. If you don't have the visa first, if you are not in Qatar first, and you don't live in the country for like 1 year, you would not be eligible. So the first thing is having the Qatar 5 years resident visa first. Be in Qatar, be there for like 1 year, then you will now see the opportunities of the countries you are free to visit, and you can get visa on arrival with the resident card. So basically, guys, freelance visa or resident card visa doesn't. This is the first rule I tell you. It doesn't come with job on arrival. This does not mean you cannot work with the visa, or this does not mean you cannot get a job. You are going to get a job. There is no way, because that visa is superb. It's a resident card visa, so you are eligible to work with it. You understand? You can open an account with it. You are eligible to open an account, to operate a bank account in Qatar. You have access to your resident card. You can also invite your family under your residence. You have to pay for a separate visa fee as well. But basically, you can invite your family under this 5 years freelance visa. And one very pertinent thing about this 5 years freelance visa is that renewal is every year. If you are now, this is the way freelance visa works. If you get a job and you are working with a company with an NOC, that is letter of no objection, it means you have to be doing your renewal for your visa on a yearly basis. It's 5 years, but you have to be doing renewal. You have to pay a renewal fee on yearly. That is the way it is designed. That is the way the system works there in Qatar. So I can't question it. And also, if you get a job and you transfer your visa from the freelance company that brought you to Qatar under a company visa, the company will be responsible for renewing your visa for you and not you. So we need to understand this. If you're working with your NOC as a freelance person under a company, maybe you're a site supervisor, and all you do is you just go to the site for the company, you are not under their visa, you are still under the main freelance visa you came in with. It means you are free and you have to be renewing your visa yourself with your funds. If your visa has been transferred from the company that brought you in under the freelance to the company you're working with, it means that the company you're working with will be doing the renewal for you on a yearly basis. So the opportunities embedded in it is that you can open an account, you can use it to work. Major position that comes with it: accountants, supervisors, site managers, top managerial positions comes under this resident card for Qatar. It's a bit expensive. Both male and female are eligible. Yes, the female visa is a little bit more expensive, but both males and female are eligible for this visa. So as I've said, it doesn't come with job on arrival, but definitely you will get a job, and the processing time maximum is 1 to 2 weeks. So the requirements: your passport, your white passport, the background passport, your international passport, your white passport, background picture. You have to send that as well, and it requires deposits, and you must have your funds available. Not somebody who is going to pay, and when the visa is out, hey, I want to sell my land. No, we don't take that, because we deal with local sponsors as well, and they don't joke with their funds. So we don't want to joke with their funds as well, the way you don't want them to joke with your deposit. So let's take it very serious for those that are very much interested in it. So this is a very sweet opportunity. It's 5 years. 5 years Qatar visa. It's expensive. Slide to my DM. Let's talk business. For people who are serious, please don't ask me questions that where can I visit with it. If you have not gotten the visa, you have not stayed in Qatar for about 1 year, you can't know where you visit with it. So that's the truth. Until you get there and you have that visa, that's when you know the benefits embedded in countries you can visit and you can get visa on arrival, because you have to stay there for a period of time. Like your residency must count for 6 to 1 year at least on a minimal basis. So for Albania, from my last video I talked about we're working on the work visa. We are still here to finish the partnering part with the sponsors from Albania, which is the work visa. But for the study visa, yes, it's available. It's very much available. Studies will be resuming by October this year, 2023. And the requirements, the courses available in English for the school I'm working with now is very limited. They have a course in informatics engineering, business informatics, and BSc in finance. They don't have any course in masters that is taught in English. All these courses are for bachelor's degree, and they are basically taught, they are fully taught in English. So it's very minimal. So it's just BSc finance, business informatics, and informatics engineering. These are the 3 courses available for Albania. So the requirements are your international passport data page, your O-level results. It must be authenticated by the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Foreign Affairs for foreign use, because we can't apostolate. We are not members of the convention. So the only thing is, once it's authenticated, it automatically represents the apostolic stamp that's supposed to be used, which they use in Albania and some of the Balkans countries. So once your O-level is authenticated, your birth certificate as well must come along, and your passport picture photograph as well must come alongside it. Then also there's a processing fee. The tuition fee for the courses, for all the courses, are 3,500 euros. You have to pay 1,500. After we've confirmed your documents, we are going to do your translation for you in Albania for us to be able to process your admission letter and conditional admission letter, provisional admission letter for this from the school, which we are going to use to apply for the visa. And most of the other documents will be provided to us by the school as well. And also you have to show a proof of fund of your remaining tuition fee, which is your 2,000 euros, and also for your daily living expenses, which is 44 euros. At least the total fee that should be in your account, your bank statement of account, should be nothing less than 3 million naira. 3 million in naira. For your proof of fund, we'll be needing your bank statement as well. After you've paid your 1,500 deposit for the tuition, now we are going to use that to apply for your visa. Their visa is cable, so we submit all the documents online. We apply for all the documents online. The visa is issued online. We download it, then you can use that to travel. So you must have all these funds available. Then once this is done and we apply for your visa, you get your visa, you book your tickets, you book your ticket and you can fly. In case if your visa is rejected for 1 or 2 reasons, the school will make a refund of $1,000 out of the 1,500 US dollars you paid for deposit of your tuition fee. So I'm saying this clearly so that people who are engaging in it would probably know what it entails. So reasons for rejections are majorly maybe there are errors, but before we get to that stage, we will have properly make sure that all your documents are properly checked, that we meet all the necessary requirements from the Albanian immigration portal page before we submit your document, to avoid these stories of going back and forth, my refund, my money. So guys, for those of you who are interested, and I said it in my previous video, it's a capital no to work with a student visa in Albania. People can actually be doing it. It happens everywhere. But for Albania is an European country, but it is illegal for students to work with a student permit in Albania. So please let us get this. Maybe on holidays you can try and get a work permit, but it is not accepted. It is illegal according to their constitution. So guys, let's turn it up for Qatar, for Albania as well. Romania is also available. I think Romania tuition fee is also very affordable. Like I think it's 2,000 euros. Yes. But the problem, even the school confirmed to us that most of the times it's very difficult to get embassy appointments in Nigeria. So if you're applying for study, it's better you start now before it's too late, because sometimes before we get appointment from the embassy, it takes 2-3 months sometimes. So guys, please stay tuned, keen to these opportunities for those of you who want to travel. In Romania, you can study and you can work. Yes, in Romania, you can study and you can work. Same requirements, document must be authenticated, then we'll submit day grant admission first before we pay tuition fee. After tuition fee, that is what we use to apply for visa at the embassy. So please guys, let's stay tuned, let's keen to this opportunity, and I'm sure likewise Oman is still very much available. It's 2 years. Like I've said, I don't promise job on arrival, but with your working visa, it's working visa, you can always get something to do when you arrive in all of these countries, guys. So keen to this opportunity. There's also Tajikistan visa. It's 1 month for people who want to go to Tajikistan. I don't know, people have been asking for series of different kind of visas that even me, I wouldn't want to do as well. But there's Tajikistan visa, it's confirmed, it's legit as well. So for people who want it as well, Australia visa is also available. The tourist subclass 600 is also available. And the only condition there is you cannot use it to board from Nigeria without a transit visa. So if you have maybe, if you're out of Nigeria, maybe in Libya, you're in Qatar, you can fly from Qatar. There's a direct flight that moves from Qatar to Australia. It's about 13 hours or thereabouts. So for people who are interested in Australia subclass as well, please, serious deals. If you're in Nigeria, don't stress yourself. No airline will board you. They are not boarding you without a transit visa. If you have a UK visa, fine. If you have a Turkey visa, fine. Yes, they can board you from Nigeria. But if you don't have any other visa, you know, that you're going to be transiting with, they would not board you to Australia. Majorly, the easiest part to go through is through Qatar, because from Qatar to Australia, the flight is about 13 hours from Qatar to Melbourne. So guys, stay tuned. For those of you who are also interested in this visa, maybe you're outside of Nigeria and you want to apply, you have your valid resident permit also, and you want to apply, because you have to do biometrics in the country where you're residing, and your resident permit must be valid as well. And also the information reaching us is that the visa can be converted, but people are still saying the visa can be converted. But there are clients I know very well that all they just need from you is just provide us this visa. We will sort ourselves when we get there. And there are some people that they will stand on our neck. Are you going to give me a job? I am not going to give you a job. If you get there, you will get a job of your choice yourself. Yes, so that is the way it is. It's clearly written on it that you can work with this visa, but there's sometimes that some of these laws can be bypassed. Case study is Bahrain visa. When Bahrain tourist visa was going, it was clearly written on the visa 2 times that you cannot work with this visa for. But people worked with the visa, and people even converted the visa. So there is nothing impossible. But I am not saying it can be converted, because some companies have reached out to say it can be converted. So guys, came to this opportunity. If you've not subscribe, like my video and comment. Thank you so much, guys. Have a lovely day. Up Gunners.